step back into the courtroom of one of television's most beloved legal dramas, Matlock, 1986-1995. For 9 memorable seasons, Andy Griffith's sharp-witted Southern attorney Ben Matlock solved crimes and fought for justice with charm, humor, and heart. Alongside him were unforgettable co-stars who brought warmth, tension, and brilliance to every episode. But what happened to the talented cast after the final verdict was read? From Andy Griffith's legendary career to Nancy Stafford's inspiring journey, and Clarence Gilyard Jr.'s enduring legacy, discover how the Matlock stars have changed over the decades, their triumphs, careers, and the lasting mark they left on television history. Join us as we look back at these icons of justice then and now in 2025. Julie Sommars portrayed Julie March in Matlock from 1987 when she was 47 years old, bringing warmth, intelligence, and quiet sophistication to the role. Julie was a district attorney who often squared off against Ben Matlock, but their rivalry was balanced by deep mutual respect and subtle affection. Their professional chemistry and unspoken admiration became one of the emotional anchors of the series. Julie embodied integrity and independence, a woman who stood firmly for justice while maintaining kindness and composure. Sommars, already an accomplished actress, had won a Golden Globe for The Governor and J.J. Yes, 1969, and appeared in classics like Gunsmoke, Bewitched, and The Rockford Files. After Matlock, she chose to step away from Hollywood, focusing on family and personal fulfillment while preserving her graceful image. Known for her charm, professionalism, and gentle humor, she remains an admired figure among fans of vintage television. Born on April 15, 1940, she is 85 years old in 2025, and her legacy continues to represent poised talent and quiet strength in the golden age of TV. Andy Griffith portrayed Ben Matlock in Matlock, 1986-1995, when he was 60 years old, bringing warmth, intellect, and authenticity to one of television's most beloved lawyers. Ben Matlock was a shrewd yet humble defense attorney from Atlanta, known for his folksy Southern manners, sharp cross-examinations, and relentless pursuit of justice. Behind his easygoing charm and seersucker suits was a razor-sharp mind capable of turning a hopeless case into victory. He often relied on intuition, compassion, and moral conviction rather than flashy legal tactics. Matlock's humanity shone through his empathy for the wrongly accused, and his occasional grumpiness only made him more relatable. Andy Griffith, already a household name from The Andy Griffith Show, redefined his legacy with this role, combining humor and gravity to create a timeless legal icon. Beyond acting, he was a talented musician and gospel singer, earning a Grammy Award and many honors. Married 3 times and father to 2 children, Griffith lived a long, fulfilling life. He passed away on July 3, 2012 at 86 from a heart attack at his coastal home in North Carolina. Keen Holiday portrayed Tyler Hudson in Matlock from its debut in 1986 when he was 37 years old. Tyler was Ben Matlock's first and most dynamic private investigator, a man of quick wit, sharp instincts, and a big heart. As Matlock's loyal right-hand man, he handled the street-level detective work that often unraveled key mysteries in court. His charm and humor provided a perfect counterbalance to Matlock's serious courtroom demeanor, and audiences quickly grew fond of his warmth and humanity. Holiday brought natural charisma and energy to the role, helping shape the show's early chemistry and tone. Before Matlock, he had already proven his range as Officer Curtis Baker in Carter Country 1977 and 1979, and on stage in numerous Shakespearean productions. Despite career setbacks caused by struggles with substance abuse, Holiday's honesty about his challenges and his later recovery journey inspired many. Through faith and counseling, he rebuilt his life, dedicating himself to church ministry and motivational outreach. Married to interior designer Linda Copling, he became an outspoken advocate for addiction awareness and second chances. A proud graduate of the City College of New York, he remains respected for his strength, resilience, and faith-driven comeback. In 2025, at 76 years old, Keen Holiday continues to be admired as a man who turned adversity into triumph. His portrayal of Tyler Hudson forever remembered for its humor, heart, and authenticity. Nancy Stafford portrayed Michelle Thomas in Matlock, beginning in 1986 when she was 32 years old. Michelle was Ben Matlock's junior partner and trusted colleague, admired for her intelligence, poise, and quiet strength. She brought a modern sensibility to the law firm, balancing Matlock's old-fashioned charm with logic, empathy, and emotional insight. Calm under pressure, Michelle was often the voice of reason, helping Matlock bridge generational gaps and understand the deeper motivations of clients and witnesses. Her compassion and sense of justice made her indispensable both in and out of the courtroom. Before Matlock, Nancy Stafford made her mark on St. Elsewhere, and as a model, later earning respect as one of television's most graceful and thoughtful actresses. After the series, she became a successful author and Christian motivational speaker, writing best-selling books on faith and inner strength. Married to Pastor Larry Myers since 1989, she continues to inspire through her spiritual and creative work. In 2025, at 71 years old, Nancy Stafford remains admired for her elegance and moral grace, her portrayal of Michelle Thomas standing as a lasting example of professional strength. David Froman portrayed Lieutenant Bob Brooks in Matlock beginning in 1986 when he was 47 years old. Laetitia Brooks was the embodiment of calm professionalism, a reliable police liaison who often worked closely with Ben Matlock to help untangle the most perplexing murder cases. His disciplined nature and steady demeanor brought realism to the courtroom drama, giving fans a grounded look at law enforcement behind the scenes. Froman played the role with quiet dignity, lending credibility and warmth to every appearance. Outside Matlock, he was a veteran actor of stage and screen, known for roles on The Edge of Night and One Life to Live, and for guest starring on series such as Hill Street Blues and The Incredible Hulk. Yet his deepest passion was education. Froman spent many years teaching acting and theater at Northeastern Oklahoma A&M College, where his dedication inspired hundreds of young performers. Students remembered him as patient, insightful, and deeply caring about their artistic growth. Away from the spotlight, he led a peaceful life with his wife Audrey Stein Froman, balancing family teaching and community service. He passed away on February 8, 2010 at 71 after a battle with cancer, leaving behind a legacy of artistic integrity and a reputation as one of television's most quietly impactful performers. Carrie Leiser portrayed Cassie Phillips in Matlock during its first season in 1986 when she was 25 years old. Cassie was a bright, idealistic young law student working as Ben Matlock's assistant, ambitious, eager, and determined to prove her worth in the world of criminal defense. Her sharp intellect and youthful optimism gave a fresh spark to Matlock's early cases, while her admiration for the veteran lawyer highlighted the show's central theme of mentorship and moral growth. Although her character's tenure was brief, Cassie embodied the next generation of justice seekers, driven by both curiosity and compassion. Carrie Leiser brought natural warmth and humor to the role, making Cassie memorable for her energy and sincerity. After Matlock, Leiser transitioned behind the camera, becoming one of television's most respected writers and producers. She created and produced The New Adventures of Old Christine, earning multiple Emmy nominations, and was an executive producer on Will and Grace, shaping modern comedy with intelligence and heart. Known for her advocacy for women in the entertainment industry, Leiser's storytelling celebrates authenticity and emotional truth. Born August 26, 1961, she continues to inspire as a creative force. In 2025, Carrie Leiser stands as a testament to talent, resilience, and the enduring power of smart, character-driven television. Daniel Roebuck portrayed Cliff Lewis in Matlock from 1992 when he was just 29 years old. Cliff entered the series as Ben Matlock's energetic young assistant, bringing renewed vigor to the show's later seasons. Ambitious and eager to learn, Cliff admired Matlock's wisdom and principles, often trying to prove his own worth in the courtroom, while still maintaining respect for his mentor's experience. His combination of humor, sincerity, and youthful optimism gave Matlock a fresh dynamic. Daniel Roebuck's chemistry with Andy Griffith helped extend the series' appeal to younger audiences. Beyond Matlock, Roebuck's career flourished across film and television. He appeared in acclaimed productions such as The Fugitive, 1993 U.S. Marshals, 1998 and The Munsters, 2022, as well as hit series including Lost Bones Grimm and The Man in the High Castle. Known for his versatility, he seamlessly moved between comedy, drama, and horror. Off-screen, Roebuck is admired for his deep Catholic faith his extensive collection of classic film memorabilia, and his dedication to independent filmmaking. A devoted husband and father, he has written, produced and directed inspirational films under his company, A Channel of Peace. In 2025, at 62 years old, Daniel Roebuck remains an active creative force respected as both a craftsman and storyteller whose career reflects passion, perseverance, and love for the art of acting. Clarence Gilliard Jr. portrayed Conrad McMasters in Matlock from 1989 when he was 33 years old. Conrad was a loyal private investigator and Ben Matlock's right-hand man, known for his quiet determination and sharp instincts. A former rodeo rider and sheriff's deputy, he combined courage with moral clarity, often risking danger to uncover the truth. His integrity and loyalty made him a vital part of Matlock's world, offering both friendship and reliability. Gilliard's calm charisma refreshed the series, balancing Griffith's veteran charm with youthful energy. Beyond Matlock, Clarence Gilliard Jr. gained fame for his roles in Top Gun, 1986 Die Hard, 1988, and Walker, Texas Ranger, where he became a fan favorite for his sincerity and strength. Off-screen, he was a devout Christian, a dedicated professor at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and a devoted husband and father of 6. He passed away on November 28, 2022 at 66 after a long illness, leaving behind a legacy of humility, faith, and lasting inspiration. Lucille Meredith portrayed Judge Irene Sawyer in Matlock, beginning in 1986 when she was 70 years old. Judge Sawyer was a calm, intelligent, and principled figure who presided over Matlock's courtroom with grace and authority. Her steady presence offered balance to the show's fiery legal battles, embodying fairness and moral clarity in equal measure. Known for her composed demeanor and subtle wit, she reflected a deep understanding of justice, never cold or detached, but grounded in empathy and wisdom. Meredith's portrayal lent authenticity to the world of Matlock, reminding viewers that true justice requires both intellect and compassion. Beyond the series, Lucille Meredith was a skilled character actress who appeared in numerous film and television productions during the 1970s and 1980s, always elevating her roles with quiet dignity. Off-screen, she was admired for her professionalism, intelligence, and generosity toward younger performers. Meredith passed away on May 1, 2004, just shy of her 88th birthday after a long and fulfilling career. Though not widely known to the public, her contribution to classic television remains enduring proof that even supporting players can leave an unforgettable impression through grace, honesty, and heart. Bryn Thayer portrayed Leanne McIntyre in Matlock from 1991 when she was 42 years old. As Ben Matlock's daughter and legal partner Leanne brought both emotional warmth and strong moral conviction to the courtroom. Intelligent, independent, and sometimes headstrong, she often challenged her father's traditional methods, leading to heartfelt generational clashes that revealed the depth of their bond. Their relationship, filled with mutual respect and occasional tension, added rare emotional texture to the show's later seasons. Thayer portrayed Leanne with grace, wit, and quiet authority, making her one of Matlock's most memorable supporting figures. Before joining the cast, she had already earned acclaim for her Emmy-nominated role as Jenny Woloch in One Life to Live, and appeared in hit shows like Murder, She Wrote, Moonlighting, and Diagnosis Murder. Off-screen, Bryn Thayer co-founded the charity Zaz Angels, raising funds for ALS research in honor of her friend Michael Zaslow. Known for her compassionate activism, she remains deeply respected in Hollywood for combining artistry with empathy. Married to producer David Steinberg, she continues to balance acting and philanthropy with quiet dignity. In 2025, at 76 years old, Bryn Thayer is celebrated not just for her beauty and intelligence, but for her enduring spirit, an actress whose work on Matlock continues to symbolize courage, conscience, and timeless grace. James McEachin portrayed Police Lieutenant Frank Daniels in Matlock, beginning in 1986 when he was 56 years old. Lieutenant Daniels was the embodiment of integrity and calm authority, a disciplined, quietly powerful lawman who served as a steady counterbalance to Ben Matlock's fiery courtroom tactics. His unwavering professionalism and subtle moral depth brought a strong sense of realism to the show's portrayal of justice. Daniels wasn't just a cop, He was a man who believed in truth above all else, willing to dig deeper, think harder, and stand firm in the face of adversity. James McGeechan. The man behind the badge lived a life as compelling as any story he ever told on screen. A decorated Korean War veteran and recipient of the Purple Heart, McGeechan survived both combat and personal trials before finding his voice in Hollywood. His career spanned dozens of television classics, Perry Mason, Columbo Mannix, and Hawaii Five-0, and he later became an accomplished novelist, writing stories that celebrated faith resilience and the American spirit. Off-screen, he was admired for his humility and quiet patriotism, often speaking to veterans and young artists about perseverance and honor. McGeechan passed away on January 11, 2025 at 94 after a remarkable life of service and creativity. His portrayal of Lieutenant Frank Daniels remains a lasting symbol of dignity and courage both on-screen and off. Don Knotts portrayed Les Calhoun in Matlock, beginning in 1988 when he was 64 years old. Les was Ben Matlock's eccentric but lovable neighbor, a man full of nervous charm, quirky ideas, and good intentions. His jittery mannerisms, expressive voice, and comical timing turned ordinary moments into delightful humor, lightening the show's serious tone. Yet beneath the laughs, Les revealed a tender side, a loyal friend whose warmth added humanity to Matlock's world. Knotts' comedic genius made Les unforgettable, blending laughter with genuine affection. Off-screen, Don Knotts was already a national treasure, best known for his iconic role as Deputy Barney Fife on The Andy Griffith Show, for which he won 5 Emmy Awards. He also shone in films like The Incredible Mr. Limpet, The Ghost, and Mr. Chicken, and The Reluctant Astronaut, charming generations with his wide-eyed humor and gentle heart. A lifelong performer, he brought joy wherever he went, admired for his humility and tireless dedication to comedy. Knotts passed away on February 24, 2006, at 81, leaving behind a career that defined American television comedy. His friendship with Andy Griffith and his unforgettable laugh remain cherished symbols of an era where kindness and humor went hand in hand. Robin Thomas portrayed Burton Hawkins in Matlock beginning in 1986 when he was 37 years old. Burton Hawkins was often the embodiment of the sophisticated, morally ambiguous professional, smooth, intelligent, and complex, walking the fine line between ally and adversary. His interactions with Ben Matlock crackled with tension, intellect, and unspoken rivalry, adding a psychological dimension to the series. Thomas's refined delivery and expressive subtlety gave Hawkins the perfect blend of charm and danger, making him one of the show's most intriguing recurring presences. Beyond Matlock, Robin Thomas, born February 12, 1949, built a remarkable career in television and film with roles in Who's the Boss?, Another World, The Mommy's Murphy Brown, and The Good Doctor. On the big screen, he appeared in About Last Night 1986, The Contender 2000, and Pacific Rim 2013, proving his versatility across genres. A trained sculptor as well as an actor, Thomas brings a craftsman's sensitivity to his performances, each role carefully shaped with nuance and intelligence. Known for his quiet elegance and emotional depth, he remains active in Hollywood. In 2025, at 76 years old, Robin Thomas continues to be admired for his longevity and the consistent excellence that has defined his decades in the industry. Jason Wingreen portrayed Judge Arthur Beaumont in Matlock, beginning in 1987 when he was 67 years old. Judge Beaumont was a voice of calm authority in Matlock's courtroom, a man whose sharp intellect and quiet sense of humor tempered even the most heated legal disputes. Fair-minded and deliberate, he represented the law at its best, human, thoughtful, and just. Wingreen brought nuance and gravitas to the character, giving him the wisdom of experience and the patience of understanding. His scenes often served as moral anchors, grounding the drama in realism. Outside Matlock, Jason Wingreen had one of the most versatile careers in television history. He played bartender Harry Snowden on All in the Family and Archie Bunker's Place, and voiced the legendary bounty hunter Boba Fett in Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back. 1980, a contribution cherished by generations of fans. A veteran of both stage and screen, Wingreen was admired for his professionalism, wit, and remarkable longevity. He passed away peacefully on December 25, 2015, at 95 years old, leaving behind a legacy that spanned more than 5 decades. His work continues to be celebrated by audiences who remember him as a symbol of quiet strength, wisdom, and timeless artistry. Alan Fudge portrayed John Brady in Matlock beginning in 1987 when he was 43 years old. Brady appeared in multiple episodes as a dignified and credible courtroom presence. Sometimes a lawyer, sometimes a judge, always a man of reason and moral complexity. Fudge's steady demeanor gave each of his characters an air of authenticity, grounding even the most dramatic moments with quiet truth. His ability to convey wisdom, vulnerability, and subtle authority made him one of those rare actors who could elevate every scene without ever demanding attention. Alan Fudge's career stretched over 4 decades and more than 100 television roles with appearances in The Waltons' Murder, She Wrote Saint Elsewhere, The Twilight Zone, and Beverly Hills 90210. He moved fluidly between genres, drama comedy, and science fiction with effortless grace. Known for his discipline and generosity as a performer, Fudge earned the respect of peers and directors alike. Off-screen, he was described as gentle, articulate, and deeply thoughtful, a man who loved storytelling in all its forms. He passed away on October 10, 2011 at 67 after a long and varied career. To this day, Alan Fudge remains a quintessential character actor. His presence understated yet unforgettable, a model of professionalism and quiet artistry. Gregory Itzin portrayed Michael Fitzmaurice in Matlock in 1987 when he was 39 years old. Fitzmaurice was one of those layered, morally ambiguous characters who tested Matlock's intellect and ethical boundaries. Brilliant but flawed, ambitious yet insecure, he represented the gray areas of justice where ideals clash with personal ambition. Gregory Itzin gave Fitzmaurice a fascinating psychological edge. His sharp delivery, nuanced expressions, and simmering inner tension turned every courtroom exchange into a masterclass in subtlety. He could command authority with a look, or unravel a scene with a whisper. Born on April 20, 1948, Itzin enjoyed an extraordinary career across film, television, and stage. He achieved worldwide recognition for his Emmy-nominated portrayal of President Charles Logan on 24, crafting one of TV's most memorable political figures, duplicitous yet hauntingly human. His versatility extended to appearances in the mentalist Star Trek NCIS and Law & Order. A lifelong devotee of theater, he was a core member of the Antaeus Theater Company, revered for his mentorship and passion for classical performance. Offstage, he was known for his kindness and quiet humor, mentoring countless younger actors with patience and generosity. Itzin passed away on July 8, 2022 at 74, leaving behind a towering legacy of intelligence, depth, and craft. His turn on Matlock and his body of work as a whole remains a testament to how authenticity and artistry can turn even a supporting role into something unforgettable. Annetta Corsaut portrayed Judge Cynthia Justin in Matlock beginning in 1987 when she was 54 years old. Judge Justin brought poise, intelligence, and emotional depth to the courtroom, presiding over Ben Matlock's cases with measured wisdom and quiet compassion. Her character blended firmness with empathy, reflecting the idea that true justice must also understand humanity. Through her gentle exchanges and mutual respect with Matlock, audiences glimpsed a softer, more personal side of the famed attorney. Annetta Corsaut infused the role with warmth and credibility, qualities that defined her entire career. Before Matlock, she achieved television immortality as Helen Crump, the kind, strong-willed schoolteacher and Andy Taylor's beloved companion on The Andy Griffith Show. Educated at Northwestern University and classically trained in drama, Corsaut carried a deep love for the craft that translated into every performance. She also appeared in The Blob 1958 and The Runaways, earning admiration for her natural elegance and sincerity. Away from the camera, she led a private, reflective life dedicated to her work and close friendships. Corsaut passed away on November 6, 1995 at 62 from cancer. Her legacy endures through her portrayals of intelligence, grace, and quiet strength, qualities that made her one of television's most beloved figures. Marge Redmond portrayed Mrs. McCardle, also credited as Mrs. McCardle in Matlock, in 1991 when she was 67 years old. Her character brought a welcome touch of warmth and humor to the show's serious legal proceedings, a friendly, no-nonsense presence who grounded the story in everyday humanity. With her lively eyes, quick wit, and impeccable comedic instincts, Redmond infused Mrs. McArdle with charm and relatability, turning what might have been a minor role into a fan favorite. Audiences loved her easy rapport with Ben Matlock, whose folksy charm matched her own down-to-earth sensibility. Born on December 14, 1924, Marge Redmond enjoyed a remarkable career spanning more than 5 decades. She became best known for playing Sister Jacqueline in The Flying Nun, 1967-1970, opposite Sally Field, a role that showcased her natural comedic rhythm and warmth. Her work extended across iconic television series such as The Twilight Zone, Murphy Brown, Columbo, Perry Mason, and Murder, She Wrote, where she displayed versatility and grace in both drama and comedy. Off-screen, Redmond shared a long and loving marriage with actor Jack Weston, with whom she collaborated in film and stage productions. She passed away on February 10, 2020 at 95 after a lifetime devoted to her craft. Remembered for her kindness, professionalism, and humor, Marge Redmond's brief but memorable time on Matlock remains part of her enduring legacy as one of television's most beloved and quietly brilliant character actresses. Albert Hall portrayed Assistant District Attorney Corballis in Matlock, starting in 1988 at the age of 51. As Corballis, he embodied the calm force of reason within the often heated world of courtroom drama. The character served as a worthy adversary to Ben Matlock, firm, composed, and unwavering in his pursuit of justice. Corballis wasn't the type to grandstand. He argued with precision and principle, often challenging Matlock's brilliance with his own quiet intellect. Albert Hall brought to the role a profound moral gravity, portraying Corballis as a man guided not by ego but by duty to the law. His performance lent authenticity to the show's depiction of the judicial process, illustrating that even on opposite sides, integrity could coexist with competition. Off-screen, Hall built one of the most distinguished careers of his generation. Born on November 10, 1937, he became an acclaimed actor of film, television, and theater, best known for his unforgettable role as Chief Phillips in Apocalypse Now 1979. His presence also elevated films like Malcolm X Ali, The Great White Hope, and series such as The West Wing. A classically trained performer and Columbia University graduate, Hall's deep voice and commanding presence have long been hallmarks of his work. Beyond acting, he has been a mentor and advocate for equity in the arts, inspiring generations of Black artists. In 2025, at 87 years old, Albert Hall continues to be celebrated as a powerful storyteller whose performance in Matlock remains a benchmark of professionalism and quiet strength. Who is your favorite character from Matlock? How do you feel knowing that some cast members are no longer with us? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of content, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated. We appreciate your support and are glad to have you as part of our community.